This is one of my favorite books. It's a collection of essays by Rav Amnon Bazak. He's a member of the faculty at Yeshivat Har Etzion in Israel and a really exemplary scholar in what's been called the New School of Pshat, using literary techniques to uncover Pshat, plain sense, contextual meaning of the Torah. And he has a really masterful essay I found really very both convincing and compelling on our Parashat Beshalach, in which he contrasts and compares the Song of the Sea, Shirat Hayam, with the Song of Devorah that is in our Haftarah this morning. On the YouTube video on the description, I have a link to a little Google sheet that I made this morning, in which I reconstruct his essay. He starts by noting numerous comparisons between the Song of the Sea and the Song of Devorah, from the description of the chariots that pursued us and the chariots that Sisera assembled against us, from the way in which we each cried out to God in Exodus 14 and in Judges chapter 3, to the ways that the Torah in Exodus 14 and the book of Judges in chapter 4 describe our enemies, being told about our behavior and how our enemies then responded in similar ways using parallel language. Then God's intervention is also similar, using similar language. Vayaham et Machane Mitzrayim, Vayaham Hashem et Sisera. Again, and the Vayanes beraglav in Judges 4 is Anusa mipnei Yisrael. In Exodus 14, similar language is used to describe God's miraculous intervention. And the Torah in Exodus 14, Lo nishar behem ed echad, not one was left of the pursuing Egyptian army, and Lo nishar ad echad in Judges 4 to describe the defeat of Sisera's army. And the song also, again, are introduced in similar ways. Az yashir Moshe v'nei Yisrael et ashira hazot lashem v'yamru lemor, and vatashar dvara v'rak ben avinam bayomahu lemor in Exodus 15 and Judges 5 begin the songs. In the songs itself, there's some similarities. Both songs describe our enemies imagining and planning and plotting to divide spoil after they are hoped for victory. Achalek shalal in Exodus 15 and Yilchakul shalal in Judges 5. So with all of these similarities, Rav Bazak suggests that what really is significant of this comparison, of this double language of the book of Judges echoing the book of Exodus, is to actually draw attention to the differences. In our Parashat, in Parashat Beshalach, we did nothing. V'yomer Moshe el Am, Moshe told the people, Al tira'u, don't fear, hit yatzavu ra'u et yishuat Hashem, just stand here and watch God's salvation, what God is going to do. Hashem yilachem lechem ve'atem tacharishun, God will battle on your behalf and you will just do nothing. Whereas Dvorah's song praises hamitnadvim ba'am, those who step forward to volunteer on behalf of their people. And then Dvorah also includes a curse on those who sit back and don't come to the help of God, and which meaning to help in this military fight. And so in the time of Sefer Shemot, in the time of the crossing of the sea, we were entirely passive and God fought our battles for us. Or in the time of Judges, God, yes, is miraculously involved and we're singing praises to God in recognition of that salvation, but we have to play our part. We have to step forward ourselves, and those who desist, who don't take part, are really worthy of criticism. And I think these are really different paradigms that exists in Tanakh, that exists in Scripture. The paradigm of Sefer Shemot, of really we're entirely passive as God provides for us militarily and feeds us manna from the heaven in our Parashat, and then the paradigm of the later part of Scripture, which really that transition begins already in the Torah itself, where we have to take part in our own sustenance and protection and defense, even as we do so with awareness that ultimately God is the source of our protection. I think it's a very apropos moment at this time, and I found it's again convincing and compelling that there are different paradigms and our Shabbat, this Shabbat Shirah, in which we remember the Song of the Sea and we remember Dvorah's song in this beautiful and elaborate and long Haftarah, are meant to really demonstrate those two paradigms, the paradigm of the Exodus and the paradigm of life in Eretz Yisrael, where, yes, we're living under God's supervision, but we also are meant to take part in our own, on behalf, and act on behalf of our own lives. I wish you all a Shabbat Shalom. Look forward to seeing you soon.